What's good, y'all? It's me, Chris, back here with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing Tank's comments on Angela Yee's podcast, Lip Service. But before we get into that, I just want to remind y'all that we are on a journey of building this channel to 100 subscribers. So if this is your first time stumbling upon my channel, I ask you to please watch this video in full, even go back and watch a few more older videos to get a feel of who I am and what I like to discuss. And if you enjoy my content, I ask you to please subscribe and be a part of the Crispy Known family. The reason why I suggest that y'all go back and watch a few more older videos is because, you know, subscribing is a commitment, and I understand that you want to know what you're getting involved before you decide to, invest your time into it. So, go watch a few videos. I'm not going to be hurt if you decide this video just wasn't for me, or maybe, the thing that Chris said this time, I just couldn't really relate to. It's fine. Take your time. That's what I'm doing with school right now. I'm just taking, putting my baby toe into the water, just getting myself familiarized with school again. So I understand it's a commitment. I just want to also thank y'all who are already subscribed to the channel. We're just 5 subscribers away from hitting our goal, and I literally couldn't have done that without y'all. So thank y'all so much, and I'll be here weekly. So let's get into this video, y'all. I just want to say that when I imagined this channel, I didn't think I would be covering so many LGBT issues. This is my 5th video, I believe now, that's been related to an LGBT topic, and that's because it took me a long time to accept my own sexuality and be happy with that. It's been quite the journey. Maybe I'll make a video about that one day, but I came out way later in life. I didn't come out till I was about 21 to my family, and I came out as bisexual, and even then it was still very much something it was a secret. It was something that I was very much ashamed of. It wasn't anything that was very clear to coworkers and just people on the outskirts of my social circle. So it's feels really good to be able to come to y'all with an understanding of my own sexuality and queerness as a whole, to give you guys an informed opinion and talk about things that I've experienced in my life and how that relates to the queer community overall. So it feels really good, and thank y'all so much. Surprisingly, the videos that get the most views on my channel are the ones where I'm talking about gay shit. So what's poppin'? I love gay shit, it makes me feel good to talk about my community and be able to speak on something that I was taught to be so ashamed of. It makes me feel very liberated to be able to speak on gay ass shit. So Angela Yee, one of the hosts of The Breakfast Club, has her own podcast. It's called Lip Service. And on this week's episode, Tank was on. He was promoting the album. There was a few other, I don't know if they're permanent hosts or guest co-hosts. I've never listened to an episode of the podcast. But in the conversation that they were having, they were talking about men being liars. And Angela Yee was saying, if a man lies once, then he's a liar. He's going to lie again. And Tank's opposing opinion on that was, I don't think because someone lies makes them a liar. It just means that they lied. And Angela Yee was like, well, let me give you an example. If a man sucks dick twice, doesn't that make him gay? And Tank could not even... He was so taken aback from Angela Yee's question and comparison. So I want to play y'all the clip that where Tank responded. So here it is, and we'll discuss afterwards.
Once was a liar, right? So he's maintained that he's never lied. That's never been his position.
Only
right?
about women.
Only those 2 times about those 2 girls.
So let's say a guy sucked a dick one time.
Jesus Christ.
Does that mean that...
What does that mean?
Say twice. You said twice earlier.
Why are you so
Guy sucked a
confused?
dick twice. I'm waiting for the rest of this. A guy sucked a dick twice. Does that make him gay?
No. Here's the thing. Okay. So,
I just sucked a dick twice.
And this is twice as excessive. Okay. But let's dig into it, right? Okay.
He did.
He sucked the dick once, right? And then he's like, I'm not sure if I liked it or not.
Let me try it again.
Let me try it again. And then he says, you know what? It's not for me. Don't like the taste. You see what I'm saying?
Don't like the taste.
We're not talking about chicken. We talking about dickin.
Well, you know what?
Dick
I
in
don't know
his
how you-
mouth.
I don't
Dick
know
in
how
his
you-
jaw.
How you made a bar out of chicken and
Because
dick.
she's an
That's what I
artist
did.
at heart. Yeah. It's natural. It comes natural.
But it doesn't mean he's gay. It means he sucked dick twice.
Okay. So just for the sake of your argument, that's okay. I got you.
Because the art of being gay is being gay.
It's being
It's
in
a
the moment.
continuous state of being.
So if you lied 10 times, you're not a liar. You just lied.
Well, 10 times you damn near.
That's
pro.
a lot of
So
practice.
what's
Yeah.
I just first want to say that Angela Yee is trash. This is very known knowledge. This is very common. If anyone has ever consumed any episodes of The Breakfast Club, it is very known that those three hosts over there, Angela Yee being one of them, Charlamagne the God, and Envy, are very toxic, very problematic. They allow a lot of things to be spewed on that platform. A lot of hatred, a lot of ignorance, a lot of bigotry go on. They try to clean it up constantly, but I honestly just don't think that they have the range, the mental capacity to really handle the kind of conversations that are on their show. And with this podcast episode, it also shows again that Angela Yee does not have the range. Like, I don't know how she's allowed so much space to be able to conduct these kind of conversations when you ask such ignorant questions. So just want to start off there. I'm not really surprised with Angela Yee's line of questioning. This is very much in the trajectory that has been her career. So no surprise to me, but what was really refreshing was Tank's response. You know, easily any straight man could have taken this into the toxic masculinity lane and been just homophobic as fuck. But Tank responded with, you know, nah, it's not gay if two men suck dick. If a man suck dicks twice, that's not gay. That doesn't make them gay. And everyone on social media had a field day with this, was just showing up their homophobia left and right. And it's like, y'all that dumb. Y'all really that dumb? Y'all really that simple-minded that you couldn't comprehend what the man was saying? Y'all act like y'all have never tried food before and been like, you know what, I'm not a fan of this. Like, you know, tried asparagus once or twice and been like, you know what, this not my zhush, this not my gig, this ain't for me. And also weird that people were like, well, why even try it again? Like you've never tried something once, been iffy about it, and tried it again and decided it wasn't for you? That's so weird to me. That's weird to me that, like, now we can't even be curious. Now we're not allowed to be curious about anything. Like, I remember years ago, once, I tried Five Guys, like, maybe 2011. I was disgusted by the food, the service. I didn't try them for years. And I said, recently, maybe about, like, 2 or 3 years ago, I said, let me try y'all again. I fell in love with that place. Five Guys is hella good. They hella expensive though, but they're not stingy on the pickles. They give you hella fries. They are, you know, mildly friendly. The only thing is I wish they had trays that, you know, shove the shit in the bag. But it's good though. You see how that works? How you can try things a few times before you decide if you like it. And maybe in the times that you do try it, you realize that you don't like it and that's just not what you are. And shit, you could even try sucking dick more than twice and still not be gay. Like Tank said, being gay is the state of being gay. It's not anything else. With all the responses that I've seen from Tank's comments, it's like, y'all really don't afford men to have any type of room for curiosity. Even more so, black men, and even specifically dark-skinned black men, are not allowed to explore their sexuality. Y'all act like black men, dark-skinned black men, can only be straight. Anything else in between is just hella gay. Anything that is not hyper masculine, dominant, commanding is gay. It's silly to me. It's so silly that y'all don't let black men be vulnerable. Y'all don't let us be sweet. Y'all don't let us be kind. Shit, y'all don't even let us be curious. We can't even try something. We can't even try something. And it's so silly to me because it's such a double standard. It's so fucking sexist. It's such a double standard and sexist because y'all let all this room happen for women, Women can try out threesomes. They can try kissing other women in college. They can even date another woman, and y'all still would be like, yeah, they straight. Yeah, no problem. I'll date that woman. And it's like, damn, the amount of mental gymnastics you do to defend your homophobia is mind-blowing to me. It's mind-blowing that y'all don't allow men this room to be able to be anything other than straight. And really, while I was thinking about this throughout the day, just getting my thoughts together, I really had this revelation of like, wow, this is all patriarchy. This is how strong patriarchy is that y'all don't believe that people are attracted to women. That's really what this boils down to, is that y'all couldn't believe that a man who has had sex with another man would still be interested in women because the society is very much male dominant. So of course people are going to be attracted to men because we're the dominant species, of course. And it's so funny because y'all do this shit to lesbians as well. I remember just a few months ago when there was a lot of conversation around Kodak Black harassing young M.A. and just essentially like devaluing her sexuality, talking about how much she was gonna get in those get in her pants and stuff like that. And it's like, y'all don't even take women's sexuality serious when they're gay. Y'all will constantly be like, there's no way you can't get this dick. There's no way you would not be into a man. Like, y'all do the same thing. Y'all just think that we live in such a society that we won't be able to be attracted to women. That just men, like the moment you try a man, of course you're going to be into a man, because that's all everyone should be into is men. And for the record, I've never experienced any sexual encounters with a woman outside of kissing, but there are so many gay men that have. There are lots of gay men that have had sex with women and realized that it wasn't for them, and they're still gay. Could you imagine the nerve of me to not take someone's sexuality as face value because they had sex with a woman before? Do you imagine how many men I would miss out on? Because we live in such a homophobic society. There's hella gay men who have had sex with women because that's what we're conditioned to believe. We're conditioned to think that straightness is the be all. You know, like, that's so silly to me. That's so silly to me. I couldn't imagine the amount of men that I wouldn't be able to interact with because they have interacted with another sex that they're not currently attracted to now. That would just be so silly of me. It's silly. This conversation does pick up steam from time to time. Insecure hit on it a little bit in their previous seasons. Molly was dating a man who in college had explored his sexuality by getting his dick sucked, and she just couldn't handle it. She just couldn't see this man anything other than the experience that he had. And it's like, it's so silly to think that you are only of your past experiences, that you couldn't be anything other than what you currently are right now, like what I'm presenting to you right now. And unfortunately with all this, really who this affects the most are men who can never say ever that they have explored their sexuality. And also bisexual men. This constantly is a trope that bisexual men rarely get afforded the opportunity to be in a relationship with a woman because they don't take their sexuality serious because of the amount of homophobia that they have. It's homophobia, period. You could say, I just feel like my man is emasculated, which is also, that's homophobic. That's very homophobic to say, to think that just because two men are having sex, that one of them or both of them will be emasculated and not be turned on by you. There's just so many things, unfortunately, that this trickles down to, and bisexual men will get the grunt of this. I understand that DL men do exist, that there's like a real fear and concern that your husband, your boyfriend, your partner, your male presenting person will cheat on you with another man or is already. So I understand that concern. I don't agree with it because if anything, I'd prefer to be with that out bisexual man, someone who is very aware and in tune with their sexuality. I would very much prefer to be with a bisexual man than someone who is hiding, lying, do whatever they can to, present something to you that is not authentically themselves. That's crazy to me. But yeah, that's all the thoughts that I have on this. Have y'all listened to Angela Yee's podcast before? I never have, but this was an interesting conversation that popped up online and I wanted to talk about it. What are y'all thoughts about Tank's comments? I want to say that surprisingly, I am still hesitant on any straight men, caping for the LGBT community because we've seen it time and time and again where, some people like retract in their thoughts and opinions and don't stand in their conviction. But I will say so far, so good. Tank is really showing himself to be an ally. He even went on Instagram or on whatever social media platform and just clarified his comments even more and talked about how strong of a force homophobia is in the Black community. And that, leave people alone. Let people explore and be free and do all the things that is of being a human. So I will say I was happy with those, but we'll see. Only time will tell. I'll never stand up and caping for allies until you prove yourself. That's just how it is over here in these corners of YouTube. So leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to be a part of the Crispy Noah family, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.